Speaking of anti-wokeness, so a right-wing newscaster named Addison Smith posted an announcement of his recent engagement to his now fiancée, Charisse Edwards, who happens to be the producer for Lou Dobbs Tonight. They are both openly right-wing people. And in that post, he captioned it, "Pride Month is so defeated. I love you at Charisse Edwards." And there is the photo of him on one knee proposing to her and the photo of the ring. Would have been totally wholesome had it not been for the insane backlash that followed with headlines like "Fragile heterosexuality. Is this the saddest, most douchebag engagement announcement of all time?" From Queerty. The Daily Beast said, "Ex-Newsmax star gets brutally roasted for making his wedding proposal about hating gay people." And Daily Mail, "Man's engagement post showing him on bended knee in front of glamorous girlfriend sparks brutal backlash. Quote, condolences to your wife."
Yeah, this got covered by Daily Mail.
Why doesn't the girl get shit?
Well, primarily because he was the one who posted it.
Well, he'd be like, "Oh, glamorous girlfriend." He's like, she was down with making.
Yeah, she also is completely on his side, which I don't understand. I said if I got proposed to and the attention was about Pride Month and not the fact that I am engaged, I would be pissed off. But she seems to be on board with this.
You know, she forgave herself.
Yeah. She must have forgiven herself.
That's my favorite.
As of now, 37 million impressions so far on X. It really blew up, and
I will offer them congratulations first.
Congrats.
Very
if you're
happy
watching.
for people who are in love and getting married.
Yeah.
I would say that maybe making, the sanctity of marriage about something other than loving your wife or loving your husband isn't necessarily the greatest way to start things off.
He was like, I have to propose during Pride Month so that I can do this. But like with the amount of ad revenue that he's going to get from this controversy, he could probably pay for his wedding.
There you go.
Maybe.
So
maybe
really, we're the fools.
Okay, maybe that's the point. So I'm going to go on the PSYOP train for this one and say it was actually all a plan from the beginning to pay for the wedding.
Well, unfortunately, that's not true because he posted a screenshot of his text to his fiance saying, "Fixin' to inform the libs that the ad revenue from this will be going to Trump's campaign." So he even ruined that for us.
I mean, go
and
ahead.
she found that very funny, so they're completely happy together.
Okay.
And she at least wasn't offended by the fact that
they're happy.
this
You know
became
what?
public.
Dane loves it when I say this. Minding
What?
their own business.
Say it.
But they're not the thing is they're not minding their own business, and this isn't in the privacy of their own home.
Say it! Say the libertarian thing.
Live and let live, right?
Another response said, "There's a small subset of very online people who contaminate the most joyful things in life by shoehorning everything through the lens of irrelevant culture war battles, and it's both fascinating and sad."
It does. Like, I feel bad for them because it means that their brains are so connected to what's going on in the culture war that they're not able to move away from it for a little bit for something that's supposed to be wholesome and personal and private, and I feel bad for them.
Like,
I
I'm
really
not
do.
even saying this because I'm some kind of, rabid pro Pride Month gay activist. I just think it's kind of sad that everything has to revolve around the culture war now.
Yeah.
Like, can some things remain sacred?
Listen,
Apparently not.
They could do the next episode of The New Norm about this proposal.
Listen, the three of us got married in private, and our vows were beautiful.
Yeah. That's what it was.
So you don't have to share everything.
Oh, man.
So he seems to be in good spirits still. He responded to this saying, "Hundreds of thousands of views, endless angry comments. The libs are triggered. Pride Month is decimated. Huge white boy summer W."
I mean, let's go.
Yeah.
I did see the meme that, like, if we're talking about who did you see the meme where it's like it's the train that like runs into the other train, and it said that it was Haktua Girl that actually ruined Pride Month this month because she's taken up so much of the airtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you make everything about toppling, another movement or something, you're bound to have aspects of your private life that end up, becoming becoming victims to it. And I feel like looking back on it now, like say 10 years from now, either you win the culture war or you fade away from it and you find yourself engrossed in your family and these things don't matter to you as much. And you wonder, why did we make, our engagement about something that had nothing to do with us, really?
Yeah. I recently saw this headline that said, who says romance is dead? Right-wing influencers launch campaign to outbreed the left. And this says, far-right figures, libs of TikTok, and Charlie Kirk both said they plan to outbreed the left this week by having more children than liberals and raising them to have right-wing views. I think you should have a family for better reasons than your political opponents and the weird culture war that you think you're a part of. Yeah. Because obviously that is a wholesome aspiration in life. Most people want to be married and have a family, and I don't think that you should politicize it and ruin the sanctity of that institution by making it into a weird battle in a culture war. It's just cheap. It cheapens the whole idea of what marriage and family really is.
I'll give you the opposite perspective. If we were to look at this from the perspective of leftists, if they were actually going to hold themselves accountable, right? One of the worst things is when people come out during Pride Month. Okay, and that's a thing that happens in various industries where they announce themselves as non-binary or they announce themselves as bi or gay, and they wait until June to do it. That is as performative as it gets for something like that, and they should, their own colleagues should hold them accountable for doing something as cringe as that as well. Yeah. It's like those old commercials. This is your brain on drugs, and shows like the egg, right? This is your brain on culture war.
Of course, it deserves a mention that they're only posting stuff like this to be incendiary because of the extreme show of wokeness, I guess you would call it, during Pride Month and the rest of the year. It makes people feel like they're cornered and they have to push back. Mm-hmm. And maybe this is what that looks like. I just don't think it's the right way to go about it, because you shouldn't get married as a status symbol. Like that makes it very shallow. And I'm not saying that this guy specifically is doing that. He probably just wanted to have a laugh. But as a general concept, like, you should not get married so that people on the internet think you're cool. I would never support that.
Okay, so do you think the idea that maybe, look, they have similar senses of humor, and to them this was funny, then I guess in a way you're still engaging as a couple about something that motivates the two of you. I guess I can see the logic in that.
But there are a lot of bad reasons to do good things. We got a 20 from Willem. He said that cartoon has the same issue as woke stuff does. It isn't a natural convo flow. Seems like a list of points they're just drawing straight lines to and has zero natural progression. Brett, I support breakfast cereal.
What?
The cereal debate rages on after I said that it's for children.
I bought cinnamon toast frosted flakes yesterday. Wow, I still had like 3 bowls. It still tasted like another cereal.
Post cereal clarity.
Yeah.
I love that you said mid. Anyway, I had the entire box of it in a whole single sitting.
Back to what we were talking about here, so I don't have to cut this out later.
Have you ever had French Toast Crunch?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I don't see that as much as Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I have had it.
Amazing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
But what were you saying before that? I don't remember.
So one of the critiques of writing when writing falls into the term of wokeness is it destroys the natural flow of storytelling, and it doesn't feel like you're actually telling a story. It feels like you're putting manufactured points into the skin suit of an actual story, and that's exactly what this was. It's why I always have the issue when people try to use the term woke in general as a descriptor for why something sucks, because what I consider a disruption to the natural point of a story and what somebody else does are vastly different. Mm-hmm. And you can get into it all day about what makes something that, but you don't even have to do that for what we watched in that new normal thing. Yeah. It's very obvious.
I didn't think we would reach this weird convergence today, but I think, the lesson that we can learn is that you shouldn't let online culture wars and online debates dominate your entire worldview and your personal life. Again, I'm not saying that that's what Addison Smith is doing, and congrats to them if they're just having a laugh and being silly, but you really need to, go offline and touch grass. That is a saying for a reason.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.